Welcome to Shree Magical Story. Urgent! The sand is swallowing Zara's foot. She yanks her leg up, but the earth pulls back harder. Within seconds, she is completely trapped. Normally, getting stuck is not a problem for Zara. She is the fastest, most restless person in her desert village. If her feet can run, they never walk. But right now, her village is enduring a brutal drought. The local well is completely dry, and her people are running out of time. The only hope is a mythic oasis called the Desert Heart. Getting there means surviving an ancient labyrinth guarded by a creature known as the Sand Serpent. Her grandma Safi tried to warn her before she left. She told Zara that the desert rewards patience, and it swallows those who cannot wait. Zara ignored the advice. Now, the speed that usually wins her village races is actively helping the desert bury her alive. At dawn, Zara sprinted aggressively into the shifting dunes. This vast, breathing ecosystem is where the sand moves like a living creature. Even the local wildlife knows better than to rush in. When Dotti, a tiny desert lizard, merely hears the words Sand Serpent, she immediately drops into a rigid, theatrical faint out of pure terror. The labyrinth itself is hostile to trespassers. Built of ancient stone, the walls literally shift and reconfigure their paths when you look away. Zara's strategy to beat this is terrible. She runs blindly, making split-second turns at maximum velocity, trying to outpace a maze that reacts to her every move. Fighting a dynamic environment with brute speed doesn't get you out faster. It only guarantees the trap closes around you before you realize you're caught. All that momentum abruptly dies the second Zara's foot breaks the surface tension of the quicksand. Panic takes over. Her biological instinct is to escape, so she aggressively yanks her leg upward against the heavy section. The quicksand responds to her force. The more violently she thrashes, the harder the sand pulls, dragging her straight down to her knees. Dotti the lizard watches this happen and promptly faints perfectly flat on her back. For once, the lizard has the right idea. Panic is completely useless here. Instinctual thrashing creates a literal feedback loop. The harder you fight to escape the sand, the faster you accelerate your own sinking. A glowing desert butterfly named Luna drifts down and gives Zara a direct command: stop moving. Quicksand suspends sand in water. Thrashing separates them, causing sand to compact and lock around you like concrete. By remaining still, you stop compaction. The friction drops, loosening the sand. Finally, take deep breaths for buoyancy and lean back to distribute your mass. Zara's stillness creates a specific physical outcome. By refusing to struggle, she forces the sand to support her weight instead of swallowing it. Zara closes her eyes. She overrides her instinct to run, forcing her body to move slowly, shifting her weight millimeter by millimeter to break the sand's vacuum seal. It works. The earth releases her right foot, then her left, and she steps freely back onto solid ground. The moment she stops fighting, the labyrinth stops fighting back. The walls lock into place, projecting a clear, golden path forward. She follows it to the center of the ruins. This time, she doesn't sprint. She calmly walks to the edge of the crystal spring. The desert environment is no longer an antagonist. It reveals its hidden resources the exact moment Zara syncs with its deliberate, steady rhythm. Waiting for her is the Sand Serpent. It is an enormous, towering entity made of flowing amber sand, silently assessing the character of the girl in front of it. The serpent steps aside. Zara earns the water for her village because she successfully unlearned her own destructive impatience. When she finally returns home, the proof of her transformation is obvious. For the first time in her life, she sits perfectly still, actually listening to Grandma Safi. When every biological instinct screams at you to panic and run, true bravery is the discipline to remain calm. Patience breaks every trap.